Hey, 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 hey. Hey there, party people. This is your girl, TC Mason of A Beautiful Weirdo, your health and happiness therapist. Welcome to another edition. Hello, George. Of course, George wants to now get into the mix. That's my cat, that is. I'm continuing the series on talking about just health and happiness, how to increase it in 2008. And we're talking about vision boards and things of that nature. My name is TC Mason. I specialize in health, happiness, and pursuing happiness with a vision. With a vengeance. So, I love what I do, and I'm happy that you guys tuned in. I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes before I get right into the topic at hand, which we're going to be talking about miscarriages, vision boards, and rainbows. This is probably one of the most personal topics that I've ever talked about online and just live and direct. If you have my book, The Making of a Beautiful Weirdo, which I have somewhere around here, which I have a chapter in the book that talks about what I'm talking about for real. So I'm going to do my best to give you my take on this situation. And the chapter is called Lost One, page 85. So you want to get it to know the real details. Thank you for your thumbs up. And also, I have some personal stickers down there too that I made. So if you hear something that resonates with you, definitely give me a heart, a thumbs up. And there's some stickers where there's like a leaping person, and there's also a sticker where it's like a diamond, a nugget. So let's get right into it, right? So a lot of you guys know that I have a blended family times 1,000. That's what I would say. I have 6 children, a husband, 2 cats, 1 dog. You know that spiel, right? But before ever having a big family as such, I had a miscarriage in college. Actually, in college I had a miscarriage, and it was the most devastating experience I've ever had. Seriously. It's one thing when you start to, when you find out you're pregnant and you weren't really trying to be pregnant, like it wasn't planned. It's like, oh my gosh, woe is me. No, I don't want to do this right now. So it's that piece, but then there's a piece where you just start to accept it, and then you start learning, you start reading, and then you learn that there's something growing inside of you, and you just embrace it. And then what happened? Oh my goodness, college love, my first love, all that good stuff. What happened? It got really crazy really quick. I went to the doctor, and we weren't even together. I went to the doctor to hear the baby's heartbeat. And at that point, they couldn't find the baby's heartbeat, and I was crushed. I went through a deep depression for like years, like really years, a lot of years. And so that happened prior to me being married. And then I, became married. I married into 3 children. And of course, I wanted to have a baby. And in the back of my mind, that miscarriage was always like just whispering in my ear, like, see, you can't even have children. You're not what kind of woman are you? You can't have children. Because, women are socialized to think and believe that that's their purpose. Like, you're supposed to be in the kitchen. You're supposed to be having children. That's a big part of your purpose. And so when that didn't happen, I was just crushed. So what I did, in terms of having a baby, and my husband, we decided we're going to have a baby. And so what I did was I got another board. It was a small board. I found pictures that really spoke to how I wanted to feel being pregnant. I found words of encouragement. So we talked before in this series about, starting first with writing something down, and then actually gathering pictures and having actionable steps. But another step is for you to really act on what you believe. Like, I had a miscarriage, but every time I would see somebody who is pregnant, especially if I know them. Now, don't be going with people you don't know and rubbing their stomachs and all of that, because you need to ask permission before you rub somebody's stomach. A lot of people don't know that. Ask for permission before you rub a pregnant person's stomach. That's kind of personal, okay? But listen, what I would do when I would see like my family members who were pregnant, I would say, hey, me, I'm next, I'm next, I'm next, I'm next. You know, I would rub their stomach. I would say, you want to lay hands on me right quick? Because I'm about to receive. I'm going to have a baby too. Like, every opportunity. Like, people would look at me, family members would look at me probably like I'm crazy, but you can ask them. That's what I would do. I would go up to them and I would just begin to speak what I believe. So I know I had a miscarriage. That happened. Like, it was real. I remember being on an operating table and it was real. Like, they had to remove the, what is it called? A DNC, when the baby dies and they have to remove it. I remember it. I got a picture of that too. Because I was like, I'm not doing this again. This is not happening. So I did that. When I would see people, I would verbalize what it is that I wanted. So another part of, you know, having your vision come to pass is actually saying, not going on what you see, but saying what you believe. So I did that. I will also, this is stuff that you could find at the dollar store, but I would go to the garage sales and I would buy baby stuff. And I would set up where my little vision board is. I put my little baby stuff right there, and I would just say what I believe. I would look at those images and they would just feed my spirit like, this time is coming. So that's another thing that you can do. Actually begin to act on what you believe, whatever that means for you, whatever you're believing for, begin to act on that. So this is something that I have now because I'm believing God for a baby boy. Yes, 6 children, and I'm trying again. Lord, help me. Help me, help me, help me. But yeah, so I had clothes like this. And even one of the outfits that I had gotten from a garage sale, I washed it. And my baby, I had a baby, Royal, she's 3 now. I had a baby. It was a joy to actually see her in something that I had gotten to just increase my faith and increase what I believe. So this is Royal's little thing. So it works, and it happened. And so I said all that to say I wanted to share that story because I had a miscarriage. It wasn't a happy experience at all. It just really wasn't. I had to do a lot of self-work to actually move past that point. But I still went back to what I knew, and that was I got a vision board. I cut out the pictures. I cut out words. I actually also got scriptures. And where it would say people's names who was having babies, I was like, and Takia, and TC. Yes, she had a baby. You really, like, vision board is not just about cutting out pictures. It's a process. It's you visualizing. It's you having actionable steps. It's you verbalizing what it is you believe. So it's all those things. And so I want to encourage any woman who's out there, any family who's believing for a child, to not lose hope, to not give up. I'm living proof that it will come to pass. Just believe and keep your faith and keep your heart and your mind right and just keep going, okay? So, lastly, this is the last little piece. So when I got pregnant with Royal, people come with all types of stories like, oh, you might have to get a cesarean. Oh, you might have to, it's going to be a hard labor and all that. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Some people you just gonna have to be like, no, I don't receive that. Nope, for you, I understand that was for you, but no. You have to guard your dreams. You have to guard your visions. So although you are speaking things, there may be people who are speaking other things. And you gotta know what to do when people are saying other things contrary to what you believe. But when people were saying things, this is what I saw. This is what I saw. I drew a picture and I said, my birthday's going to be easy. It's going to be easy like Sunday morning. Now, did it hurt? Yes! But it was easy. Right here. So, I said all this to say, thank you for tuning in, hearing my story, my vulnerable moments, and I made it through without crying. Oh yeah, yeah, so I made it through. But if you like what you heard, definitely share this with your friends, especially if they've had some type of difficulty or are having difficulty getting pregnant, if they've had a miscarriage, if they have had a rainbow baby. We need more positive stories. So share the story, and it's all about your vision, and it's all about you increasing your happiness in 2018. Okay? Thank you again. My name is TC Mason, your health and happiness therapist. Feel free to follow me on Facebook, on Twitter at I'm a Beautiful Weirdo, all that good stuff. And I want to see you guys at the Vision Board party. It's actually a Vision Board brunch that's taking place on January the 28th, Sunday, January 28th at 2 p.m. You can get the tickets at www.beautifulweirdostore.com. I will see you guys soon. And remember, be beautiful, be weird, be you always. Peace.